Okay, name?
Emily Howard. Eddie Howard.
Sex?
We've only just met.
Gender?
How utterly absurd. I'm a lady. I do ladies' things. Male.
Marital status?
Many proposals from eligible gentlemen, but I don't have a ring on my finger just yet. Wife and 3 kids.
Okay, you're alone one phone call.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And we're going to take a look today at the case of a young PhD student who was the victim of bullying by students, other fellow students at university, and by some members of staff at a university. She took a case against them. The university argues it has no duty of care to its students, and it won the case. And so she's lost this case against Bristol University, it is, because she stood up for her beliefs. They didn't back her, and they allowed this bullying to continue while she was studying. So I'll put myself down in the corner and we'll take a look at this. Another appalling abuse of power. But what we've come to expect no less from these universities and the establishment in general. But we'll take a look. Right, yeah, so it's only a short piece, so it won't take long to get through. It's sort of a little stub, really, within this. But it's the fact that the judgment itself is quite damaging, I think. But the headline, PhD student loses trans bully case against Bristol University. A feminist student bullied by trans activists has lost a case against a university that argued it has no duty of care to stop the abuse and threats of violence. No duty of care. This is a major organisation. This is an educator. It's a major Bristol University. It's a massive university. And it's saying that all these people who pay many, many thousands of pounds a year to get its courses, and it's saying it has no duty of care to the people it's educating. That can't possibly be right. The judge that gave this judgment, handed this down, I think he needs to be better versed in what it actually means to be the victim of bullying. And I'm suggesting that he gets a lot of abuse, because then he'll know what it's like and he won't be so quick to just dismiss things like this. There's a picture of the lady in question. I say it is only a short piece, so I won't go too heavily into it, but Raquel Rosario Sanchez, 32, said Bristol University failed to protect her from a hate campaign in 2018 as she studied for a PhD. But her attempt to sue it for negligence, it being the university, for breach of contract and for sex discrimination, was dismissed by Judge Alexander Ralton at Bristol Civil and Family Justice Centre. Ms. Rosario Sanchez said the outcome was unexpected, while the university said it was pleased at the result. I bet it was. I bet it was smug. It's just one occasion. That's all the piece is, I believe. Yeah, so it's just there. I bet that university couldn't believe its luck when the judge came down for this. That woman has been the subject of abuse, of threats of violence, because she said that men in dresses aren't women. The sort of thing that I firmly believe, that my viewership predominantly believes, that 99.9% of the population believes. And yet the judge said, oh no, it's okay to bully her, it's okay to threaten her, because trans rights are more important than that girl and her rights. And that's where we're at. And Bristol University should be ashamed of itself. Any organisation must have a duty of care. If it's an educator, it has a duty of care to its students. If it's an employer, it has a duty of care to its employees. At the very least, the Health and Safety Act should cover this, because mental abuse is an issue. It's a health issue. So how this judge can sit there and just dismiss summarily a case like this is appalling. It's sending out the wrong signal. It's sending out the official line that trans rights are more important than women's rights. And once again, women are getting cancelled by the establishment. This time by a university and by the legal system. It needs to stop. We need to stop this before being a woman is seen as a bad, shameful thing. But I shall end there and come up. So another university is deciding that cancelling women is the way forward. We had Plymouth the other day that says that women in a women's toilet, they're not to challenge a man going into the ladies' toilet. And it's saying that trans rights are more important than women's rights. It's backing this weird law. Not law, it's backing this weird policy. And now you have Bristol University saying it's fine, it's okay to bully people if they disagree with their agenda on trans. You're not allowed to have a thought outside of the right think. Otherwise you are castigated, bullied, threatened, possibly even acts of violence. Is this the message that these universities want to send out? Is this what they're saying? Women, don't go to university, it's not safe. Women, if you go to university, you're putting your very lives at risk. Women, if you go to university, you'll get substandard treatment. You won't have the same rights as anyone else. You won't be allowed a safe space. Nobody will listen to your case. And if you dare to have wrong think, we will bully you. We will harass you. We will chase you from the grounds almost. You will not get your degree. We'll keep your money. How dare you stand up for your rights? That's the message they're sending out. And is that really the message they want to send out? I would suggest to anyone, everyone really, but particularly women, if you're considering going to a university, and it doesn't matter which university it is, write to them and inquire as to their policy on women's rights, and inquire whether they have some single-sex safe spaces on their campus for women only. And if they can't answer that, or choose not to answer that, then decline that university. And tell everyone why, and post reasons why, and write to them and tell them why. And let me know why, and I will put it up on here. And we can shame them. We can shame these awful, misogynistic, hate-filled organisations and their cancel women culture, and get them to behave more fairly, with decency, and within any kind of code of ethics. They are obnoxious, what they're doing. You have to be so careful what you say because, you know, the law. But personally, my opinion is that they are allegedly breaking the law, criminal intent, and deliberately encouraging the abuse of women. And that's my opinion. I think I've covered myself there. But I think you'll agree that this is something that should not stand. Now, I will draw this to a close. I'm not going to drag it out too much more, but I will say be very careful what you do and where you go, and check with these organisations, because they haven't got your back, ladies. They haven't got your back. They're more interested in their friends, their cross-dressing, mentally ill friends. And we'll draw it there. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for future notifications of output, leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.